Yo, folks, it's all over the news at the moment, or in the internet, should I say. But Diddy, Puff Daddy, legend in many ways, and now it's look like he's going downhill. I seen a picture of him. I'll load it up here. You see a picture of him. I was looking at him. I was thinking, damn, man, that lockup period has really done him, because you normally see him with his hair like trimmed down or whatever the case. But I seen him in orange, and he's fighting to beat his case. Whichever direction he goes for it, he's gonna go for it. I mean, the key thing to this thing is that you gotta trust your own self and your own process to some extent. But you know what? I do know, I mean, I'm not saying he's guilty, I'm not saying he's innocent. What I do know is that he's an individual who, at one point, people kept on trying to get him locked, kept on trying to sue him for something. And I've always thought, are you lot taking the piss? Fast forward it to today, it doesn't look like people was taking the piss, but also, being that it's the USA, people do love taking the piss, and any opportunity for anybody to sue, it's a key thing, because they're all about the dollar. Do you know what I mean? But I seen Puffy, and I was looking at him, I was thinking, that's not how I'm used to seeing him when he appears on TV generally. And now I'm seeing him, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? But it looks like he's really affected him. It's affected his family. You can see his sons are like, whoa. His mom too are very affected. I mean, it's expected anyway, because you don't really want somebody going down. Being it's America, they will look for a weird sentencing period. You know what? I've never understood the reason of locking somebody up for 100 years in a prison. Just tell them like, yo, you're getting locked up, you're never coming out. Because 100 years, who's going to live to 100? It's very rare. Even if you're to live to 100, like, what is it? I don't know, man. People, I guess I'm doing this in a case where I'm thinking, this guy was one of the most influential fellas at one point. I know his Shine situation, that there, for me personally, even if I was to meet him tomorrow, if they say, yeah, you're innocent, whatever the case, the one thing I would say on that Shine case, you was very, very guilty. But it's good to see Shine is doing his thing in Belize, and he's a minister. I think he's going for prime minister seat as soon as he gets a chance. Hopefully he gets that seat and he could lead the country into a whole different direction of things. But life is very, life can be weird, man. It's the best way to look at it. Life can be weird. I always say, you know what, each to their own. Learn how to forgive, forget, move on. But being that it's the United States of America, it's all about the dollar bills, yo. He ain't going nowhere. He can't be stopped now, because he's a bad boy for life. You know what? That song was an anthem at one point, and it's like the anthem is becoming a reality in the same sentence, man. That's why sometimes I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, I think it's true what they say. Speak things how you want to be spoken about, and then how you want to move on with it goes from there. However, P. Diddy, Pistachio, I always say Pistachio Daddy. Pistachio Diddy, Mr. Love, Sean Carter, he's made a lot of money, and he was quite wealthy. But now this situation is it's not looking the best for him. I mean, the fact is, judge and jury is what you are having on the table. And he's been locked up for a few days and a few months. And there's a few clips of him attacking people. There's been a few clips where you're thinking, bro, I don't think you wasn't being nice on this one right here, really and truly. But are these people now looking for how to completely drag him to finish him, or are they looking for a different direction for him, in the sense of teach him a lesson, but not necessarily teaching him a lesson? Because you know what, each their own devices, man. After a period of time, if you don't I always say, if you don't chase up on something, just leave it. But it's not that I'm saying that you should leave it, because obviously if the person is guilty, keep pushing for it. But this is looking very, very grim for this guy. It's looking very grim. And he's got what? He's got his 2 sons, and then he's got the twin daughters. Yeah, it's a bit of a tight one for him. It's a very bit of a tight one for him, and I don't know. Do I feel sorry for him? I mean, he's an influential legend, because, I mean, when you look at it from the days of, what's his name? Notorious B.I.G. He was a guy behind B.I.G.'s success, and Biggie's the reason this guy has become very wealthy. And people have noted that this guy, he is a gem in himself. But now, there is nobody like Biggie anymore, because Biggie passed out. And then there's people who also accuse him of killing Biggie. He's had his contracts. His contracts are quite interesting, because he had the Locks. He had a few other artists. I'm not going to get into their names, but I think he was giving them back their rights on their music and stuff. But it's like a lot of people are saying that it's the guilt that was feeding that side of things. Is it true? Is it false? I will never know, because you know what? If 3 people are not in the conversation and it's only 2 people, I can't be... If I'm not the 3rd person in a conversation, I will never speak on it if it's 2 of us. That's just generally how I am, so I don't know. But yeah, he had a very good roster on Bad Boy Records. He had a very good set of people in that record. But one thing I will always hold him up against is our guy Shine Burrows, because Shine was he was up and coming. He was doing his thing. And that Jennifer Lopez situation, I really believe he had something to do with it, but then he made sure Shine was the one that was found to be guilty. That's generally how I feel. I don't know. Many of you might feel the same way. Many of you might not feel the same way. Maybe I'm talking sense. Maybe I'm not talking sense. But that's just me personally, because I was looking at Shine. And even I seen one of the interviews he did, and he says, yeah, you know what? It's not for him to talk about it. Because he did 9 years. Like, wow. 9 years. Bro, that's a lot of time, man. But you know what? Life can be weird. Life can be weird. It's never straightforward. But let's see how it goes, people, because Diddy he's locked up at the moment, and he's in jail. I always wonder, like, jail versus prison, because jail is where you are while you're looking at your where you're looking at your case. While they're looking at your case before you get sentenced. If you're going to be sentenced, then you get sent to prison. That's the only way I can understand it. But looking at it from a country like England, where English comes from, which people don't really know, there's no such thing as a jail out here. It's just a prison, or jail is the same. I think it all falls into the same place. But anyway, each to their own devices. Let's see how this pans out. I just say I wish everybody the best of the best, and hopefully you can get what you want to get, or you're getting what you can get at the same sentence. But I don't know. Life goes on, I guess. Peace.